set up meetings trying to gain understanding as to why the things that I implement and the caregivers at home who work with him implement all go down the drain. I know that my son has issues with retention. But when my son is in the room at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning rambling, when my son goes from being 18 to being the age of 2, I have a problem. Upon me trying to gain understanding from the school, I was bullied by the school. It was ignored. It was to the point that, yes, it started affecting myself. It started affecting my other children who also have concerns of their own. My son may be 18, but realistically, my daughter, who is 11, is actually 18. And she gets it. And when she asks me, Mom, what's going to happen to Richard when he goes to move out? And I said, baby, I'm trying. I'm trying to prevent my son from being one of the individuals roaming up and down the street rambling. As I'm a parent who takes all of my kids' strengths and not their weaknesses, Chesterfield does the opposite. When I'm asking how was my son's day, I'm getting good day, good day, good day. That means nothing to me because I know my son has more intellectual ability than such. As was proven on our recent visit to the North Star Academy, where my son named 20 different countries and their flags. But yet I'm told my son knows nothing. He doesn't qualify for assistive technology. I've proven them wrong on several different accounts, which led me to the point of audio recording meetings. It's to the point I got up out of my sleep looking for a lawyer online. And I found Miss Candace Lucas out of the blue. The first time we had ever met was attending a meeting. Which questions were asked, things still were not done. Questions were asked again, emails were sent, things were still not done. I've caught them in contradictions time and time and time again under audio recordings. They refused my son's homebound while he was out having an oral and maxillofacial surgery. They only gave him 3 days of homebound and said that was enough. But yet, they want to offer him summer school for 2 weeks and then homebound for the 2015-16 year. As I got tired in March, my story was shared on the news. And I do have copies for all who are interested. That is my son. That is our son. And if our son Richard fails, we all have failed. I'm not asking for you all to do anything less or anything more that I wouldn't do. And all I want is for my son Richard Lee to be as successful as he possibly can, to be a contributor to society. But I want him to have the key components in place that Chesterfield County Public School refuses as a retaliation for me speaking up, for me asking questions, for me having information that they thought as a black single mother I wouldn't have. I wouldn't read, I wouldn't ask questions, but I do. This situation in abundance has led myself, because I could no longer cry in the bathroom 2, 3 o'clock in the morning while my children were sleeping and then put on that happy-go-lucky mommy face. It had led me, as of last Friday, to admit myself into Tucker's Hospital. I just got out today. Because my stress level and anxiety was so high. Because I wake up wondering what my son is going to do, and I go to sleep wondering what my son is going to do. I don't want my son to be a burden on society. I don't want his siblings to become stressed out and tired. All I want my siblings to do is to be able to call their brother, and their brother have the incentives and us access to call them to say, hey, I'm okay, hey, I'm all right. He's a child that wants to work. He wants to move out. But my son doesn't have the proper skills because of the past 3 years of what Chesterfield did not do and refused to do. And when my son's story aired is when Chesterfield County Public Schools decided, out of retaliation, to produce a ban for my parent advocate. On April 29th, my parent advocate came to a meeting with me where she was arrested. My parent advocate could have decided to step away. She didn't get arrested for herself. She got arrested for my son, for individuals such as my son. My parent advocate has shown me and she's challenged me in a respectful way to look deeper into, not to be afraid. You know, it's where I'm in the meetings and I'm like to pieces and she's like, it's okay. Don't worry, it's okay. At the last meeting that was held July the 8th, I asked for Mike Asip, Allison Rapp, not to be in that meeting. And I gave my specific reasons why, because there is a federal investigation and I do not feel comfortable with you being here. And that they were not active members throughout this process. They refused to leave. They continued to conduct the meeting. It was okay for them to excuse members, but yet I would state, as they stated, it's not mutually agreeable. They didn't like that. Dr. Asif tried to state it as a mediation. This is not a mediation. As the way they try to use words and forge documentation. Psychological reports that I had asked on numerous times, on numerous emails to be complete, and were told they were completed. So why do I have 3 different copies of a psychological? Why can they write in that they gave my son a prior written notice in person? My son wasn't even in attendance. Yet that's not the original document that I received in person. I don't think I'm asking much. I don't think it's much to ask for support for a young man to have the opportunity to be successful. He's successful, we're all successful. And I just need everyone's support, maybe people in this room, people outside this room. You help one, all will be helped. Thank you.